Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Toyga.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
Hi, my name's Torben and I'm playing Tin Hat.
And my name is Rhydian, I'm the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. Following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
Yeah, I got the new ones. You just bring the guns, and I'll see you in 20. That's it. Ahoy, it's about time you called. You know, our mutual friend said to expect you. So let me cut right to brass tacks or whatever. I heard you're looking for some solid pay data. This happened to have the perfect fragging team for you. It's 4 dudes from right here in Puyallup. We got Volt, he's some kind of magic hobo. He smells like Drek, but you get used to it eventually. Mantis, he's the elf with all the swords. I guess he used to be a cop or something, but he's cool. You already know Knuckles, he's that badass orc with the fiber optic rainbow mohawk and tricked out chopper. They even got a troll for you. He's new on the scene. He's like a single dad. He's trying to make ends meet, but so here's the job. It's an easy one, I promise. It's real simple. All you gotta do is jack into the Matrix and download the pay data. Give it a listen. We'll talk about the money later. Yeah. Hey, before you even start, I know, you know I'm good for it. You know, our mutual friend will vouch for me. They'll even give you the Matrix link. And if that fails, you can search for Dragon's Greed Gaming. That's where you'll find the Shadowrun pay data. One last thing I guess I gotta tell you. The pay data, it's a Shadowrun 5th edition actual play podcast featuring an original story about how far some people will go to protect their family. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but just get the pay data, okay? I'll be in touch, chummer. Oh shit, you're still on the line? How do you turn this damn thing off? Yeah, that's it. That's the end. That's it.
Shadowrun pay data. The most awesome actual play podcast available anywhere and everywhere.
The team now have a plan to get into the MCT facility, but pulling it off will require a little bit of outside help. Sadly, not everyone in the shadows can be relied on.
Okay, are we set on this? Do you really want me to contact Tin Hat? Are you?
Is he that bad?
His username.
We'll see, I guess.
He goes by the handle of Tin Hat. This is the man who has fully embraced the crazy.
We're not exactly all paragons of sanity high here either.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
I am speaking for myself. I'm going to go lie down again. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me see if he's online. So yeah, I hop onto Shadowlands and attempt to reach Tin Hat.
Yes?
Hi, Tin Hat.
Hmm?
Hey, Tin Hat, this is Sunshine. We've chatted on Jackpoint a few times.
Maybe. I wouldn't commit to anything on that now. What do you want?
I need some help with a decking job, and shall we say your reputation precedes you?
Who told you?
Guys on Jackpoint, you know, on the sub-thread about, like, recommend a runner.
What's the job?
Need to break into this dockside warehouse. It's front for Yakuza operation. Basically, we just need an electronic ticket in the front door, so we're trying to fake up a work order. I'm still quite new to the decking game. I think this is a bit beyond what I can manage.
So you need to walk in the front door, so you need someone at the back door.
Basically, yeah.
I won't commit to anything, but I could potentially. What kind of range are we talking about here? Money-wise.
I think this is the bit where you name your price.
3.5.
3.5k.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine, use negotiate.
What is she, a fucking Pokemon?
I mean, she's small, she's cute, she's Japanese.
Read me for filth, why don't you, Toiger?
I'm sorry. Goes back into, like, sad Toiger huddle.
Go back in your Pokeball, Tiger.
Okay.
It's weird how that fandom has just kept going since the 5th World.
The list of Pokemon just got absolutely mental after the Awakening, and they now had a whole new subset of awakened animals to rip off to make up Pokemon.
I really feel that, like, generations 14 onwards were the tipping point. Like, 5,000 really is too many Pokemon.
Yeah, and yet they're still using the catchphrase, gotta catch 'em all. Like, no, this is just inducing anxiety at this point.
Gotta quit your day job and start playing video games for a living. I dare say that does for somebody.
You'd be surprised how many deckers manage that.
Certainly has some appeal.
Yeah. So, Tin Hat, look 3.5, it's not a terrible price. We both know that's right at the upper end. This job's getting expensive for us already, so, like, is there any chance you could cut us a bit of mates rates? I got 2 hits on my negotiation roll.
Okay, so Tin Hat, what you'll be needing to do here is to roll negotiation back. You don't seem to have that as a skill.
I'll be surprised.
So what you would roll is your charisma -1.
And that is a grand value of 2.
Alright, so ties go to defender, so you guys have a bit of a back and forth. What are you saying to persuade Sunshine that, no, this is a fair price? Come on.
I've got some various mods I need to maintain. I've got a few running costs. Life's not a bit cheap right now. So needs must think. Besides, I think I have what you need.
You better be as good as the sub-post said you were. Otherwise, I'm leaving you a bomb review, okay?
Duly noted.
Emphasis on the bomb.
And I know more than you could possibly imagine, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
Fine. So, that's going to cost every member of our team 875 new yen.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Alright. Tin Hat, how soon do you want to get to work? By which I mean, like, now? Or do you need to go to the bathroom first?
Or does Tin Hat just have a catheter bag?
Or a poop sock.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Back of empty Mountain Dew bottles.
But don't worry.
He's one
just
of those deckers.
Oh god, it's suprapubic, isn't it?
I do not know what that word means, nor do I want to.
So usually a catheter goes up your urethra.
I said I don't want to know.
And I intend to inflict you with the burden of knowledge.
I thought that's my line.
See, your dark and terrible knowledge is just of, like, Rule 34 in the dark places of the internet. My dark and terrible knowledge is, like, demons and shit. Also, what a ruptured colostomy bag looks like.
There are things man is not meant to know.
And yet I know them anyway.
As fun as this discussion is, gentlemen.
For you, maybe.
Indeed. Shall we get to work?
We'll do a hack.
Hey, I'm ready.
I'm just going to quietly ignore noise penalties. I'll just say that you just go somewhere nearby that you're comfortable with to eliminate the noise penalties, or you ping it through a couple of servers and use a couple of dirty tricks. And Sunshine, you just get Huggy to just drive you around the general area close enough to avoid noise penalties, and that solves it. Huggy's role in this is just she's quietly driving because sadly her player isn't here today. Looking at it from outside, the host of the place, it's designed to look like a old-fashioned Japanese painting of a port with ships coming and going and warehouses and things like that. Could you start rolling your exploit for me? So Sunshine, roll it first for the assist.
4 extra dice.
Yep, fantastic. So Tin Hat, you'll be on if you're in Hot Sim, you'll be on a +6.
Let's just roll in exploit. Yep. And that would be 3.
And could I get those rolls again?
Ooh, 5 hits.
Sunshine, are your dice on fire? Do you need an extinguisher?
You know what? I will not question the will of the dice gods.
And that's a 6 hit.
You fool.
Nice. So you've got basic level access to this host now. Could I get an analyze roll from each of you?
1 hit.
And that is a 3.
Sunshine, you're kind of a little bit distracted by everything, but you do notice there's quite a few nodes in here. There's about 6.
Yeah.
Tin Hat, as you get in, you notice there's a lot going on in here. There's the different 6 nodes. There's accounts and admin, security. You don't have access to either of those at the moment. But ones you could get into are human resources, logistics, drone maintenance, and forklift control. The other thing I'll need from each of you is a stealth roll to see if the system picks up on your entry.
So is this assisted by Sunshine?
This is independently.
Mm-hmm.
So you've helped her get in, but you need to both roll your stealth program.
I got 3 hits on stealth.
I got 8 hits on stealth.
Damn, son.
Bloody hell.
Sunshine just turns up in the house and is looking around for Tin Hat. And then, the eye of Sauron appears at her shoulder. She turns around, fuck! Damn it, Tin Hat! You scared me.
So what does Tin Hat's icon look like? What's his Matrix avatar look like?
Well, I will go, actually, to a certain extent with what was just described by Sunshine, in that it is basically just a little floating eye, although in this case not so much flaming eye of Sauron, and more just sort of a floating eyeball that's kind of sort of fades out behind. Tin Hat's a little bit paranoid about stuff, and things like updates and stuff like that really gets in the way of using old backdoor stuff. So there's a lot of fail-safes and avatars. That's extra they could get in there. So it's very much back to basics, and it's like the guy riding in on a penny farthing, but oddly doing stuff with it you should be able to do with a penny farthing. If that makes any sense.
Not really, it's mental, but I love it.
I just got the image of a Tumblr post I saw ages ago, and it was I can ride a skateboard. I'm pretty sure I can ride a horse. I don't think those 2 skills are transferable. Hick flips the horse. Holy shit.
So how are you feeling about that roll, Sunshine?
Do I spend my last edge on this? Fine. Wedge it. So reroll 6 dice. Does a 4 on stealth cover it?
You both enter the host, and everybody here is dressed in sort of traditional Japanese clothing, like 18th century, 19th century Japanese clothing, and Sunshine is stood there in her sort of glowing Cortana avatar, and the looks like an old samurai with a top knot just starts looking at her closely, and Tin Hat just kind of reaches out from behind one of the buildings inside the host, grabs her by the shoulder, and just yanks her around the corner. It's like, nope.
Okay.
Supposed to be stealthy.
I'm trying, okay? Look, if I was Nova Hot at this, I wouldn't need you, would I?
So, work order then, hmm?
Yes, please. Whilst we're here, might as well see what else we can dig up. A work order first.
Maybe some... You need these staff passes or outsiders?
2 seconds. Hey team, what were we going for? Were we going as staff or were we going as outsiders? Like contractors?
Easier to be contractors, they don't have to blend in.
And they'll never believe we're staff.
Okay, the team's saying contractors.
Makes it simple. Okay, so I guess logistics then. Or do you want to go anywhere else first?
Let's get the job done first. We can frag around later. But yeah, let's get the job done.
Mav, can Sunshine hear us while we're speaking, or is she just sort of away in her own wee world? Notice when I lean over and poke her in the face a couple times.
Mav says out loud and transmits using his microphone, so it appears on the team comms as well. She can hear us if we transmit, but not if we speak out loud.
I'm gonna guess Toyger can find the transmit button on his comm link. That is a lot to expect of him, but he does manage.
Roll logic -1.
Oh dear.
Unless you have the computer's skill.
Surprisingly, no.
I'm pretty sure that just transmitting voice comes under things normal users do not have to roll.
No hits, critical glitch.
On the other hand...
You actually find yourself pressing the wrong application button. You open Me Feed and you find yourself in like some really fragging scary like Mumsnet style group. And it's just like, wait, you're teaching your child to do what? Oh, Jesus, you awful human being!
Hold on a minute. So drag queen story time is a horrific crime that poisons the mind of the children and leads them into sexuality. But having that 5-year-old learn to operate a rifle, that's perfectly fine. And oh god, I've never seen so many slurs all at once. Congratulations, you've beat out my 6th birthday party. When one of the waiters dropped a tray of canapes, and Mum lost her temper. Maverick, tell Sunshine to look out for pay data. Sunshine, can you hear me? Look for pay data. Can she hear me? Poke, 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 poke.
Mav is doing what I'm doing in real life, which is just a hand on forehead covering eyes. Tiger.
Yes?
How are you this tech illiterate?
I'm literate in other things.
Yes, so am I. I'm literate in weapons and athletics and stuff.
Well,
And
I'm
I can
literate.
operate a comlink.
Well, I'm literate in magical theory, astral phenomena, Enochian, and higher spirits, so there we go.
But not basic comlink use. Noted. Now stop distracting the deck or she might be busy.
Sunshine! Pay data!
I mute Tiger in the group chat.
Did you just say something about pay data?
No. But, I mean, I think it's over there. Can you have a look?
Job first. Work order.
So, where are you going to do this in the host? You said to logistics, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, so give me a quick analyze roll. This is your matrix perception.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll assist again. 4 hits, so 4 extra dice to Tin Hat.
That's a 6.
Nice. So you have a look around in here. There's a bit of information in here that it's not going to help you with the job. But this might be useful to someone. You find like a timetable of incoming ships and cargo manifests, where the cargo's being shipped and things like that. You do notice something quite interesting though, Tin Hat, that might be relevant to what these guys are doing, given what they were talking about. There seem to be a few shipments where there's a little bit of discrepancies in the manifests. There's stuff coming in that's not going out again. It's usually like food items. It's like soy chips that are destined for corner shops and the like.
So they're coming in on ships, but not going out for distribution, or vice versa?
Yes. It's always something different. It's something small, something innocuous. It's often things that are perishables or that are easily damaged.
Okay, so how many of you are there going to be wanting to go in?
4? Yeah, we're 4. We're 4.
Okay. I'm just wondering what to add to a manifest that might need 4 people to deliver.
This place, everything that's being delivered to it is coming in by ship.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff gets brought in by ship. It's owned by Mitsuhama, one of the big 10 megacorps. And the cargo is then being sent out to their various shops around the city. It's mostly food items at, like, first supermarkets, luxury goods, luxury food shops, that kind of thing.
So do they distribute it themselves, or do they have people coming in to collect?
A lot of it is going, like the vast majority of it is going to businesses owned by Mitsuhama. So they've got it's like one of their other sub companies does the onshore logistics. This place is literally just, we get stuff off the ship, we put it in the vans.
Do we want to try and come in posing as van drivers, or are we going to be under too much scrutiny if we do that?
They have procedures for that, unless there is something that you could replace. Did I see forklift control out there as well?
You did, yes.
So if there was something, maybe some of the forklifts weren't working, or they needed a new one, or there was a part of something, some technicians to come in and
That could work.
fix something, replace something. Like, do you have any, like, especially if the forklifts are dead, if you need someone who's can haul stuff.
So this is something you would know. The forklifts are all drones, so they're not driven by a person. They're all...
Right, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
They're all under computer control, and it means that they can have, like, 3 guys operating 300 forklifts, and it massively cuts down on the rate of accidents, because they've all got, like, virtual intelligence that go, that is a human, I should not run into them with my big, sharp, pointy forklift prongs.
You give them ideas.
Tell you what, Tin Hat, do you want to set up a problem for the forklift and then have a contractor come in? Or we could even just put us in as, like, scheduled drone maintenance contractor?
That could work. If you so might need to have a peek at human resource to see how many people are actually going to be on site. If they have their own tech, that would be tricky.
Yeah, good plan. Okay.
What we could also do is, if we get forklift control, we could stick a van pickup at some point, but also schedule the forklift to empty the van first. Actually, is there anything in here that involves, like, a crate needing to be ready, reloading, that kind of stuff?
If you are wanting to jigger about with where crates are going, this is exactly the place to be, the logistics node. This is essentially the manifest. So every item that goes through this warehouse is tracked in here, and you can see that this node is getting pinged regularly by forklift control.
Wait a second. Is there any chance we could just get the shipment in question? Could we redirect it so that it's to be picked up?
Just get it shipped out?
Yeah, and have us be the pickup team. Is there any chance we could do that?
What shipment is it you're looking at? I've got a few shipments here.
Okay, do you see that one for the Okay. Look for these previous manifests. You see here, there's this one, the soy Cheetos. Yeah, and then you see how they disappear? Okay, and then, so there's the... What the... Okay, that's some sort of NERPs. I don't know exactly what that is, but yeah, do you see again how that shipment disappears? You see it, like, it's always like a small crate every couple of weeks, comes in, and then just disappears into the ether, right? It's on the incoming, it's never on the outgoing. It's that. That's what we're here for. And what I'm wondering is... 2 seconds. My voice appears on Maverick's comlink. Mav, would this work if... Okay, we're wondering, like, can we just get the shipment sent to our van and we pick it up and go? Like, do we actually need to break into this place, or...
We do need to take out the method that they are using to smuggle it out. That's part of the job too.
Damn.
So we kind of have to go into their tunnels.
Okay, Tin Hat. I don't think that's going to work. Look, basically So that's a smuggling operation, this shipment that keeps disappearing. Yeah, so some of the guys at Mitsuhama are actually in with the yaks, and they're... Yeah, it's drugs.
Right, drugs? Okay. What kind?
We actually don't know. Is there something you're looking for? We can maybe save you some. If you've got... okay, I know you're not going to have a postal address, but do you have like a drop box?
Because the thing, I've got... Okay. Does this thing have the ability to... Is it purely out, or does it have any ability to acquire stuff, like unload, even if it's just like empty boxes or things like that, from delivery vans?
That sounds like a question to GM.
I mean, you can edit stuff in the logistics node. Like, you can see people who work here occasionally shuffling stuff around on manifests and things like that.
Could we send ourselves in a crate?
So it's
I'm down, Solid Snake.
No. So what I was thinking is if we set this thing up, right? So I could probably swap like crate numbers on something. So someone gets a bunch of prawn crackers they were really disappointed to get, and you get some, well, whatever it is that's in these things. I'd really like to know what it is. It might be something.
I'm now just imagining some poor fucker at a stuffer shack in the Bronx cracking open the crate of Cheetos he's meant to put out on the shelf, and it's just bricks of Nova Coke.
and then obviously making sure that to like sort of change the delivery time so that our people, rather than the scheduled person who rolls up and asks for stuff. But also, if you can take stuff out of vehicles. So you roll up with a van, and a crate in the back of your van is brought in.
Yeah.
The crate is delivered, and maybe there's a slight switchover so that the crate that, rather than being a bunch of prawn crackers, the crate from your van is the one that gets dumped into the shipment van. Depending on the size of the crate, that could be a lot of explosives.
Oh.
Ingenious.
Oh, hey, Mav, I didn't realize you were still on this comm line. Do we think this could work? That we drive up with a van, a forklift brings us the drugs, puts the drugs in the van, then picks up a crate with a bomb in it, and takes it to the drug smuggling operation?
We'll have to have similar enough crates that they would make that switch, and I don't think we have enough information to do that.
I'm in the logistics hub. We can get that information. And it'll be like, it's probably a standard Mitsuhama crate. We might be able to pick one out the back.
It does also mean we have to do the job in a very precise time window. But we can do that because we have the logistic information.
This is starting to sound like a heist. And I am all about that.
Please tell me that the one that's going to be disappeared is like extra spicy prawn crackers, guaranteed to explode in your mouth.
Yes! Yes!
Why the frag not?
Extra spicy prawn crackers, guaranteed to blow you away.
They'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for their back passage.
Possibly one of the craziest plans we've ever come up with. But if it works... Come on, Matt. I know you hate the fragging megas. You want this. You want to put the boot in on Mitsuhama.
Yeah. For Tin Hat's looking a little bit distracted. He's sort of looking through files and like back data and that kind of stuff, sort of scrolling back. It's possible, yes. At this point, Tin Hat's going to try and sort of like run like statistics, like how volumes of stuff coming in and over time. He's trying to get into like he's gathering data like absolute mad.
Right, so we'll need to do some rolls for that. System doesn't simulate this very well. However, it's an edit file action, and that will be edit unauthorized action. So just roll edit and edit unauthorized, and then if you could roll your stealth afterwards, remember you get +2 from the fact that you are in hot sim.
Mm-hmm. And then stealth.
Yeah, so you managed to copy the files quite happily, and as you're copying this, you do have a very close call where one of the host's spiders goes by. It's clearly actually a human avatar, not an automated one. And it's a guy who is in sort of traditional Japanese clothing with, I don't know the proper name for them. You know, they're sort of straw hats that are like a really flat cone.
They often don't have a name, they're just straw hats.
You know the ones I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's face just kind of looks like black with lines of red code going across it as he goes past, and you have a oh shit moment as you dive behind what's modelled to look like an old crate but is actually a shipping manifest for a ship that's coming in 5 days' time. Seems to be shipping small electronics, as you just kind of look over this whilst you're waiting for the guy to bugger off. But yeah, you've managed to copy some information that you'll be able to sell later to get yourself a little bit of extra cash on the side.
It's also very curious about the ships and ship names and things like that, and who are they connected to?
Largely MCT. There are a couple coming in from Wuxing, one of the other big 10 megacorps. It's unusual to see them working with MCT, but goods must flow. They're the of all of the big 10, they're the biggest for like international shipping, so it's not entirely surprising.
Mm-hmm.
There does seem to be one from SK that. Why is that bringing in timber? That's weird.
Tinhead is just laser sort of focus over on the SK shipments. Like, SK, why are they working together with them? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why
There's money in it.
They RG work with different. No, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. This is important. This is important.
Tin Hat. Tin Hat.
He'll start trying to like get data on this other thing.
Why are they bringing mahogany into a dock that mainly deals in low value food items? This is important. This has to be investigated.
Download data on the timber ship.
Tin Hat.
Download data on the mahogany ship. Specifically this one.
Yeah, so I'll say you got that as part of your earlier role.
No. You don't get it. These guys, they something's happening. The genie would not work together with an ifrit. Okay, does that make sense? Right. So
Makes sense to me.
No.
it's so there must be some reason why the ship's going through it. It doesn't make any sense for it to be going through. It's like this. mahogany must mean something. Must mean something different. What are the words other for mahogany? Latin? Do you know any Latin? No, of course, they're all illiterate, aren't they? The tin head is going to sort of like slightly zone out, still sort of hidden, but sort of like just like looking at this.
Mav, make me a quick memory check.
On it. 3 hits.
So, Tin Hat, you are completely unaware of this. Mav, you know that the dock next to this one is owned by Seda Krupp and is a timber yard. Somebody's just fragged up the order.
That's magnificent.
Tin Hat, Tin Hat, please, Tin Hat. Tin Hat, please.
I'm focusing.
This is. Oh my god, this is the bones on Mars all over again.
Bones on Mars?
Why did I mention that?
I'm not even in this conversation.
Oh, I'm going to say that you are. You've got them on loudspeaker and you're just talking to them through your phone.
Fine.
This, no. The completely failed Mars expedition is entirely separate to this, unless it does have something to do with Mars. But no, there's probably a grudge match. There must be a grudge match between these two. Why mahogany? Why mahogany? Okay, so...
Tin Hat, we're paying you for your time, bud. Can we please focus and do the job?
Fine, okay, fine. Well, okay, so we want to... So, okay, if we set this thing up as potentially being the return of an overshipment, one supplier got sent out too many, so a deliverer has to bring back a shipment.
Okay, that works.
That makes more sense, because then it simply looks like it's balancing the books, as opposed to being something unusual, so we just have to log that and like change the manifesto or something like that, like one extra goes out. Things are vanishing all the time, so if one appears, then, So, yes, you bring a van in with your decoy box, and that gets unloaded. The thing that should go in does get loaded, and then I need to look at the personnel files. If this thing is purely drones, then no one will notice. But if you've got a whole ton of people standing around, people might notice that, electronics go out and crisps go in. I mean, it's the wrong kind of chip.
Can we?
What?
Okay, I'll give you that one. That was quite good.
As long as crisps don't go into electronics, it's fine.
Oh, you don't get me started. Oh, wait. No, wait, so, yes.
Tin Hat, I swear sometimes you're talking to yourself.
Yeah. Get it, basically be a Sonova stock or a misdelivery being returned. That gets taken off. Swap the cargo logs after your delivery or during the delivery, and then have it pick up the crate that you need. Ideally, if it's placed somewhere next to it, so it's even less noticeable, but okay, yeah.
Well, hold on. The drug shipments, these are mostly foods that they're putting it down as, right? So there's the soy Cheetos, there's the... What even is that?
It'd be quite tasty if you...
Sugar...
Sorry.
No, not that one. The next one. Is that sugar frosted lardwiches? What?
That's one of the ones I was talking about. They're actually quite good.
Don't try to understand it.
I'm not even in my body right now, and I can feel my arteries hardening just reading that.
It's a cultural thing. I'm not sure which culture, but I'm pretty sure it's cultural. So, okay. So, it means that they need to be swapping. It might.
So, can we swap? Can we just swap a flavor? Like send back a box that's the wrong flavor? So, if it's like...
But they need to be identical, because someone will probably know which one they're going to be picking up, and if it's the wrong flavor, they might notice that.
Oh, right.
So it needs to be visually needs to be identical to the box coming up. I guess we could label it as the wrong flavor. I mean, it's not going to be really perceptive if they notice that the great squirrel is different from the soy squirrel or something. I don't need crisps so much, to be honest.
It is weird how popular those were. Apparently, that flavor was introduced in like it was the late 60s. It was like an April Fool's thing, and then it turned out to be super popular. It's a faint hint of hazelnut, like the aftertaste.
So yeah, okay. So delivery, the crate needs to be at the very least similar in content, maybe different flavor.
Yeah.
Delivered, do the swap. This thing doesn't say anything about people or security measures or anything like that, but I guess
Maybe if we swap a few crates at the same time, so it's not just one for one.
I would have thought one for
The less you swap, the less likely you are to be caught.
Yeah, being glad to go with that. So yeah, no, not too much stuff. Just the one crate. If you get them to be near each other, that works well. So we schedule a return delivery, and we probably means we will have to be in the system when the delivery happens and make the swap of the actual crate numbers. Otherwise, things won't line up with manifestos.
Are you going with swapping the crates around like some... You know those games with the cup and ball on the street where people are blatantly hustling you? Are you basically playing that with crates?
Yeah, with like loads of different flavors of soy chips.
Okay, I'm gonna boil this one down to an edit file action. Are you wanting to do anything else while you're in here, or just that?
I think just that.
Check the personnel records and see how many people are on site who might notice this.
Yeah, should we...
Do the thing first.
Yeah, let's do the thing first. We can come back and amend the plan if needed.
Could I get an edit file action? This will be an edit unauthorized, and I'll need a stealth roll afterwards. Are you supporting Tin Hat there, Sunshine?
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okie doke, so give me your assist first.
1 hit.
So you'll be on a +3 overall, Tin Hat.
That would be a 6.
Nice. So you have hidden this artfully, and you've also, I'll say, as part of this, you've also set up the work order for their van to go in. You have just shuffled things around so that nobody will ever frag and notice this unless they get the auditors in. It would need like an audit of the system for somebody to actually work out what the hell's going on here. You've also taken the opportunity to just gently frag with a few things, like the sort of really high-end shops in like the AAA areas. They're getting like the really, really bad Space Invader style crisps. You know, the ones that they're kind of so crap they're good, but they're really cheap and crap.
Yeah.
Those are fragging amazing. I will not hear sound of Space Invaders.
And like the Stuffer Shack in some slum is getting like the really, really premium crisps, the ones that normally you'd pay like 5 new yen a bag for. These are now going to be going on sale for like 99 cents or something. And
New yens have sense?
they do now. Yeah, you've also slipped a little bit of class warfare in there, because why the hell not?
Also, hang on, so all these sort of the oh my god, Carby goodness is going into the rich people's quarters. Is the stock market still a thing? Because Tinhead might want to put just a couple of creds onto whatever person does that one, because some rich guy's going to be like, oh fuck, this is the best.
As long as you don't attempt a nanosecond buyout, it's fine.
Too easy to trace, far too easy to trace.
That went fine.
Nanosecond buyout on Space Invaders.
So yeah, you've hidden that artfully. I'm going to just require the stealth check from yourself there, Tin Hat, because you're the one actually doing the action. And you will, as always, be on a +2.
That is a 2. Not going amazingly on the whole stealth front, but...
Alright, so as you do this, the decker that you saw earlier just kind of appears in the node as you're finishing up, and you're just going, let's have another look at that mahogany shipment. And just as you're going into that file, you manage to trip something, and he just appears next to you. And so, we will be going into Matrix combat. Alright, so Tin Hat, you've just been noticed by this security decker. What would you like to do? Are you going to try and get out? Are you going to try and do something else? Are you going to attack the guy?
We've done most of what we actually meant to do regarding the swap around stuff. We don't have information about staff, but apart from that, certainly I think Tin Hat's got what he mostly wanted. Would a full-on attack potentially just allow this whole thing to go unnoticed, or would it just more alert?
So the icon that has noticed you is an actual human.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that somebody's been in their system. They didn't really see what you were doing, they just caught you doing something. So they might do a sweep of the system, but with how well you did it, it's probably going to go unnoticed.
Oh, right, okay, in which case,
We could.
Tin Hat... Sorry, go on.
We could attack Rid. Quick question.
Yeah.
What happens if we attack the node itself?
You'll crash it, the whole thing will go down, and it'll take a little while to go back up, and everybody in it will get dumped, so you and Tin Hat might have to deal with a little bit of dump shock, but so will the other guy.
What I'm wondering is, could we make this look like a corporate... make it look like it's a hit on the company as a whole?
I think what Tin Hat might do is he might rename the mahogany shipment as haha genie scumbags, and enter and basically cause it to flag up, so what the fuck is this?
Alright, so that'll be an edit file action.
Mm-hmm.
Filing combat time.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this a simple action, so please roll your edit unauthorized.
And can I edge this? Or is that not something I can do?
If you want to edge this, you can. I'm just trying to work out what on earth they'd oppose you with. I've never had somebody try to do this.
Basically, what Tin Hat's trying to do is he's trying to basically just... Well, look, I diverted someone else's shipment at you. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, so if you want to do that, roll your edit file action. I'm going to oppose this with an encrypt action.
Edit to 0 for the weird thing.
Oh yeah. This guy tries to stop you, tries to encrypt the file, and you just rename it. You've buggered about with it horrendously. It doesn't even look like what it started as. So it originally...
It's like instead of being mahogany, maybe like C4 half.
So the file itself in the VR environment originally looked like a stack of timber. What does it look like now?
Oh, you give me so many options. Yeah, it's going to look like, just based on what you know, the characters are going to make more sense. It's going to look really wrong to everybody else. It's going to look like a classic sort of grenade with a fuse on the top, and then just a pair of think the cross between in a fruity head with horns and sort of a turban style thing and a grenade.
Yep, cool. Okay, so it's now the spider's turn. He's not sure what the hell is going on, and he's going to attack you, Tin Hat, because you're just running through like a lunatic, giggling and changing things. Could you roll your matrix defense for me?
Is that a defense response plus firewall?
It is.
Oh, and I need to unedge this. The self-preservation is not really this guy's forte. That was 3 hits.
So he got 2 hits, so you have 1 net. You just dodge out the way as he draws what looks like a flaming katana and just takes a hack at you, but misses. That puts us on to the host's turn, and the host is going to launch IC, intrusion countermeasures. So the IC looks like sort of traditional Japanese samurai.
Oh, the whole top knot thing, yeah.
Sunshine, your turn.
I would like to launch my agent.
Okay.
which I believe is complex action.
Okay, yep.
So yeah, my agent gets summoned.
So Drek's getting real, and that puts us back around to the top of pass 2. So Tin Hat, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
So he's launched the countermeasures, and Sunshine has sort of implemented their own sort of attack stuff. Like, how difficult is it simply just to log out?
You can just do it as an action. You can just go no and jack out.
No, there's far too much really interesting stuff to be found here. How hard is it to sort of wander across into human resources? Is it possible just to, like, run?
It would be effectively an action to change the node that you're in. 4th edition, this could get a whole lot more complicated, but I simplify it. So you could just go into another node. I'll call that a simple action, and you could take another simple action once you're across there if you want to.
I think so. Basically, Tin Hat is going to charge across, and basically says, "Yeah, you can't touch me. I'm invincible."
I'll give you the.
You're a loony.
I'll give you the. I'll give you the move as a free action. So if you want to do something else in HR, you can.
Well, let's start turning up and down on the corporate structure, shall we? Well, actually, for one thing, do I have the guy who is supposedly in the system with us?
He is now in a different node, so he would have to come across to your node to attack you.
Indeed, but my point there is like, so do I need to do a quick re or an analyze to basically get the basic staffing information or before I edit stuff, or can I straight up?
I would say that you would need to do an analyze to get an idea of what the hell am I dealing with here. But I'd let you do both of those as simple actions, just because what am I dealing with? Let's just rename something. That's not going to take you very much time.
Basically, what he's going to do is going to go in and go, okay, so what's the staffing list on here? Right, well, let's, for one thing, fire all of the IT tech team and declare them basically to split on a load of stuff. You're now officially the IT tech team. See if that filters out the systems and what this guy gets kicked off his keyboard.
Are you making the Janny the head of cybersecurity?
I've got to be in trouble then. He might be competent.
No, what you want to do is make the foreman the head of cybersecurity. Give him a job where he actually needs to know what he's doing and to watch the whole company go up in flames.
But yeah, certainly the entire cybersecurity team is going to be completely relegated to other stuff. And say who and which job is most likely to become the most power-hungry crazy if given the possible chance. Give them a basic congratulations or full rights access or whatever, like on not server side, but just on site, as in title-wise, and see how long it takes that to cotton on and whether this guy suddenly glitches off the server. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
Yeah, give me an edit file action. I'm just going to boil it down to that.
3, and then just stealth, but well.
You don't need to do a stealth.
I mean, I guess true.
Yep, so it's not exactly subtle what you're doing. You're basically just playing merry hell with everything in sight. And I mean, you've just renamed one of these files haha frag you and just moved on. And yeah, it's chaos.
Also, I will swap the IT tech and the janitor or whatever it is, and then I'll swap the names of the IT tech and someone else on site, so the actual personnel files remain the same, but the names have been swapped.
Fair. Sunshine, it's the Yakuza Spider's turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to roll defense.
Okay. And I'm out of edge. That's,
Unfortunate. So how many hits there, Sunshine?
0, and I'm fresh out of edge. This is going to hurt.
A little bit. You're in Cold Sim, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to defend against 6 points of stun damage, as this guy's just used Black Hammer on you.
Ow. How do I defend in Matrix?
You will have a biofeedback filter as one of your programs.
You say that.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, so please roll willpower.
1 hit.
Okay, so you've just taken 5 stun. You are also link locked.
Oh, Drek. I can't log off now, can I?
Nope, the only way to do that is to crash the node. You'll get dump shocked, but you'll get out. The other way of doing it is one of you could just pull the plug on her.
Would we know to pull the plug on her?
I don't believe any of us know that's an option because
This is currently in Matrix combat time. This is happening extremely quickly.
we do have our standard 1 pass per turn. Because the only person with multiple passes is not running his adept powers at the moment.
So I can jack out, but it will cost me dump shock, which will probably knock me the fuck out.
The other option is the IC knocks you out with Black Hammer,
In which
and you
case,
get knocked out.
At which point you're still link locked. You're out cold, but you're logged on, and then they just track your location.
Ugh.
Oh, frag.
All right, so it's now the logistics node's turn. This is starting to look a little bit hairy for poor old Sunshine. So it is going to continue to launch IC.
Oh dear.
Sunshine, your turn.
I'm gonna run over to the human resources node. Tin Hat, help! I'm link locked! Tin Hat, stop! Get out of that filing cabinet, Tin Hat! Help me! You caused this!
Oh, you. Right, okay.
I'm link locked, you frag! They're gonna find me! Can I also...
A way to deliberately dump shock yourself is to just crash the node you're in.
Okay, I'd like to attack the node.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Oh my god. 1 hit.
Alright, so sadly your attack doesn't work. You just throw your attack out at the HR node, which looks a little bit like a building full of scribes, and just this scribe just lifts his desk lid and cowers behind it, and your attack just bounces off it. It's your Matrix agent's turn. What would it like to do?
It would also like to attack the node.
Okay, I'm going to say that you gave it standing instructions beforehand, just to keep this simple.
Yep.
Okay, so roll its attack, please.
2 hits.
You have 1 net hit. What's the rating of the program?
3 because it's being run by my agent.
Okay, so you've inflicted a little bit of damage on the host there, Sunshine, and that puts us on the IC's turn. So it's going to transfer node and follow you guys over, and it's actually going to attack Tin Hat. All right, can you roll your Matrix defense, please, Tin Hat?
Uh-huh. That is a 3.
Yep, you're absolutely fine. So it looks like a samurai from like old Japanese art, like medieval Japanese art. It runs over and slashes at you with this katana, and you just kind of go, oh, frag no, and get yourself out of the way. Just. And that puts it back onto your turn.
I have 2 actions you're mentioning.
If you're attacking, that's a complex action, so that would be 1 action.
Right, oh, not necessarily. Out of curiosity, forklift control, would that literally be control, like just the actual control of forklifts?
Yes. That's basically where they tell the drones, go here, lift this thing, put it down over there.
And just out of curiosity, what would your average sort of server or something like that really look like? Like, would it be like a separate room?
Are you meaning the physical object? So, I mean,
The physical object.
like a modern server room would be condensed right down to like size of a modern desktop computer.
Now, obviously, you know more about what my character knows he's capable of doing, so I'm going to try and say my actions in advance, and you can tell me whether this is something he...
Tell you what, you tell me what you want to do. I'll try and translate this into Shadowrun actions for you.
Run over to forklift control and dump the servers in the drink.
So, to do that, if you want to crash a server, it's...
And not to no, physically get the forklift trucks to lift the servers. on
Oh,
site.
you're wanting to order all of the forklifts to just drive into the water.
No, I'm going to ask the forklifts to roll into the server section and IT security and pick the guy up and the guy's desk up
Oh my god!
and load it onto a ship that is not currently in port.
Oh, I understand what you're attempting to do now. You're attempting to use a drone to dump shock the Decker.
Pretty much.
You magnificent bastard.
Also to throw him in the water.
Okay, so free action to switch node. I'm not certain if that's absolutely correct, but fuck it, I don't care. You once in there, it would be a command unauthorized action.
I'm going to edge this because it's fun.
And I'll say that this goes off at the end of this pass. We're currently on pass 3.
That's a 9.
Yeah, so this drone will do whatever the frag you tell it. You've issued instructions to one of them.
One of them?
Oh, you're issuing it to all of them. Okay.
There may be several desks in the IT department.
Okay, fair enough. So, on his turn, because we haven't quite got to that firing yet, that instruction, the Decker goes over to the node that you're in, and he's going to attack you. Could you roll your matrix defense for me, please?
That's an 8. Did I switch that off? I did switch 8. I did switch edge off. That's 8 unedged.
Oof.
Yeah.
That, on 10, 12 dice, that is a bloody good roll. So yeah, this guy runs in and tries to attack you, and you're just there going, yeah, nah. Alright, so it's now the host's turn. And again, it's launching IC, but it's launching it into the node that Tin Hat is in, because it's sensing that you're currently the bigger threat and the other person is now link-locked. Sunshine, your turn.
I am gonna furiously attack the host again.
Okay, go for it.
1 hit.
Oh, so it just manages to defend against it again, but it's now your agent's turn.
Gonna do the exact same thing. 2 hits.
So the host rolled really well that time and managed to block it. So you and your agent are just hurling like balls of light at this host, and just the node you're in, it's the HR node, just guys hiding behind their desks, and it's like being deflected up and just smashing into the ceiling, and there's like bits of code flying off the rafters and stuff like that. It's now the turn of the IC that's in the same node as Sunshine. It's going to launch another attack. Could you roll your defense, please?
Okay. 2 hits.
Could you please resist 5 stun?
I think I'm gonna get knocked out by this. Yeah, I'm out cold.
Those of you who were in the van with Sunshine notice her kind of twitch a little bit and just slump forwards. And it's now the turn of the other IC, which is going to move to the same node as Tin Hat. Tin Hat, you're going to need to resist an attack as well, please.
That's a 4.
Yep, so you managed to bat that one away, just about, and the other IC that's in the node with you is attacking you as well, so could you roll again, this time at a -1?
Nice. So it's 1. And soon as possible, I think Tin Hat might hop out rather than being dumped if as far as you can tell, this is going to be pulled off.
So this is something the character would know.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunshine is out cold, but her connection to the host is locked.
Mm-hmm.
She can't close it at her end. The only way to close it at this point is for somebody in the same location as her to literally pull the plug, or for you to pull the plug by crashing the host that she's in.
I thought the servers were about to be dumped in the drink.
Sorry, I just want to clarify. Was it the server or the Decker that you were fighting that you were... Because I got the impression it was the Decker that you were just basically yanking out of his chair.
under the impression of going basically just taking all the desks and all the sort of like stuff in the IT department and just tipping the IT department as ensemble thing into the drink acid. This is why it was like multiple forklifts, as in door knocked down.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So yeah, they're going to have electronics problems tomorrow morning. All right. So in that case, we don't actually get to your turn because I said that would fire at the end of the turn, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly the entire goddamn host just goes down. Everybody's going to have to resist dump shockers. You've basically ripped all of the computers out of the wall with forklifts. I'm compressing time a little bit here, but rule of cool. Sunshine, could you resist another 5 stun? This will be purely on your...
Willpower.
Willpower, yeah. And Tin Hat, could you resist 5 physical for me? So that'll be on body.
I take 2 physical damage from that. So Sunshine just develops a massive nosebleed.
And no modifiers, I guess.
Yep. Oh, actually, do you have biofeedback filter?
Yes.
Roll biofeedback filter, my apologies.
3.
Yes, you've taken 2 physical damage out of that as well.
Nosebleeds all round.
Yeah, so Sunshine, could I get a body plus willpower roll from you?
Body plus willpower.
Yes, please.
Okay. Don't know why I'm rolling this, but we'll find out.
You will. It's not bad.
Should I have a wounds modifier on that?
Does it mean you get no dice?
I'm on 1 dice.
Okay, give me another one.
Body plus willpower.
If this is the roll I think it is, each one of these is taking an hour.
It is, yeah.
Then
1 hit.
before we get to the second roll, probably before we get to the first roll, things happen.
What things? Do tell, Mav.
Well, hopefully, Tin Hat will tell us what the fuck's going on and why our Decker is suddenly bleeding out of her nose.
He only had Sunshine's number.
My comlink is still working.
You are absolutely right, and it's on speakerphone. So yeah,
Yep.
Tin Hat, are you getting in touch with the others to tell them what's happening?
I assume that once the body blow and stuff has happened, then yeah, we're both out.
You get dumped back into real reality. It's painful.
You get dumped out. You aren't stunned. You're not out cold. You're just going, oh my god, this migraine.
That's awesome.
Tin Hat, why is Sunshine bleeding from her nose? What was going on in there?
Hey, well, server may have fallen in the harbour.
You're joking.
Am I smiling? Oh,
I can't tell.
Never mind. No.
You threw the servers in the harbour.
No, I'm not. Literally, the forklifts through the servers in the harbour.
Was this in service of putting that work order in? Did you think this through, Tin Hat?
Backups, right?
It's very unlikely that their backups have fired in the 6 seconds between the data being input and the servers being torn out the wall.
Do we just pay you $3.5 grand to knock our team's only Decker the fuck out and ruin our plan, Tin Hat? Is that a thing that just occurred?
Shush, you're unconscious.
Mav, stim patch Sunshine
Mav,
so she can
first
rest.
aid.
So I was going to say that I have a trauma patch on my pocket, and I'm going to cast heal on Sunshine. Just
Trauma patch is for if she's dying.
She's not dying, she's just unconscious and has taken a bit of damage.
I cast heal.
Please do, make your roll.
2 hits.
Right, so you recover your 2 physical there, Sunshine.
Okay, I'm still the fuck unconscious though.
And is
I
anybody...
can't actually fix that with a first aid kit, can I? I do need to use a stim patch, don't I?
Yeah, you can stim patch her though. Are you using a...
Stim patch, rating 6.
Yep.
There's some in the van, I use the van stock.
So yeah, you wake up there, Sunshine. How you feeling?
I'm gonna roll willpower right now because it feels like the best thing to be rolling for this.
Composure, maybe.
Composure, thank you. Yes, that is a thing that exists in this game.
It's a very useful thing for when one is resisting or not going off on one's hard health.
So that's 0 hits right there, Sunshine. Have fun.
I just chundered in the back of the van.
Oh no, last time it was Toiger after he'd gone paddling in Oyaban.
No, I didn't vomit. Mav vomited. I was completely composed the whole time.
Did I vomit?
No, you were just coated in blood. You'd been paddling in Oyaban.
Yeah, and Oyaban's bodyguard. Don't forget him.
Yeah, we certainly pureed those guys. Oh, that's possibly one of the worst things I've ever said.
Alright, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just chundered in the back of the van and I'm lying in a heap begging for death right now.
So, Tin Hat, did you just throw the very self-same servers that you just programmed with the changed work orders that were going to let us do this job in the drink?
Sunshine was locked.
That's bad.
Oh my god, Tin Hat, you did not. Did he?
Physical disconnect. Best way of removing their trail.
The actual...
With a bit of luck, they might fish them out of the drink. But...
Tin Hat, you are getting a 0-star review on Jackpot. Nope, I'm okay.
Fine, next time I won't save you, baby.
So,
You just had to crash the node.
All you need to do is log off.
You just had to crash the node.
it was the job that we
Oh,
paid
this was all for nothing.
3.5k for. In the end, done.
I mean, technically speaking, the logistics is
No
on the...
technically speakings here. Is there a work order that we need tomorrow in place?
on the server. Probably.
And is the server going to be functioning tomorrow?
They may need a work order for that.
Is Toiger's spirit going to be letting the horseshoe crab from his eye crawl inside the server right now?
He fucked off mercifully. On the other hand, I intend to find out where this Tin Hat person lives and make sure he never sleeps a peaceful night again.
Tin Hat, just go. Just
Until next time.
go. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Torben, you magnificent troll.
You have fragged up everything. It was hilarious, but you have possibly fragged up everything.
Potentially not, because now the place is just abject chaos.
Oh, so if we show up with our copy of a work order...
That's a point. Because they now don't know anything that's supposed to be going on. We could still... Okay, I'm just going to say we've got a copy on Sunshine's comlink of the work order. That is a reasonable thing that we have. Can we just turn up and say, hey, we're supposed to pick up this crate
I would like
and
to make a
drop
quick
off these
point,
crates?
which is going to be a little bit of a dick move, and it's not out of character to point out that you are fully aware that Tinhead downloaded all the information from those different things. He has a copy of the servers.
We're not talking to him.
No, you're not.
Frag that guy.
Yeah. We wanted you to change your work order, not
I'm
dump
not
a
here.
prefabricated room in a dock.
You're being sworn at in your absence. A feeling you're probably well used to, dickbag.
Oh my god, this is the last time I ever hire someone off Jackpoint. Oh my god.
Were we nearby enough to see what was going on at the dock?
I hope so, because I want to have watched this.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah,
Okay, super.
what the hell, why not? You just saw like 3 forklifts drive out the side of the building over the edge of the dock into the harbour.
Was there a guy conked out and like being cradled in the fork of one?
Yeah, several people have probably died from this.
Yeah, there was one forklift that just had a guy in a desk chair, just looking really confused, as he's dealing with his dump shot getting thrown in the harbour.
He was probably only at half stun. He will have been fine.
Yeah, but can he swim when he's got a forklift pinning him to the bottom of the dock?
Also, that water has probably got things living in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's most at risk of catching something off New York dock water.
Sunshine. So, I'm not going to pretend I know anything at all about computers.
Yeah.
But you did pass out and start bleeding at one point.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of those cute little robots ripped chunks out of the building and threw them in the sea. Was this a success? Is this what a...
No, this is what happens when you hire a... No, I'm okay. Okay, I'm not throwing up. Oh, crunch stomach muscles. Nope. Okay, I'm okay. No, Toigo. This is not normally...
Right, where does
what a decking run should look like. I don't know, he's on jackpoint.
Right, because you might want to find out where he lives, because I intend to, bedevil him with nightmares from now until the end of his days.
I mean, nice idea, but literally no one knows where this guy is. He's, like, the guy is running VPNs through his VPNs, and, like, who even uses VPNs anymore? Like,
For reference, this guy is paranoid enough, he has basically grafted a Faraday cage around the outside of his head.
He's got a beanie with a Faraday cage.
No, I said grafted.
Ah.
Oh god. You've got a cyberware, like, implanted Faraday cage.
He's so paranoid about someone affecting the chips which he knows are in his head.
Alright, cool. I think this is going to be hilarious when we pick up next week, and you're going, oh god, we've got to do this run. Also, Sunshine.
Yeah.
You're going to be having to deal with so much stun. It's going to be hilarious.
I think I'm down to only 3 boxes of stun at the moment, which is
until the stim patch wears off.
Yeah, thanks, Tin Hat. I'm out for the rest of the run, and I'm
Nah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Get 8 hours sleep, and then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
What have we learnt from this, ladies and gentlemen?
Don't hire Tin Hat. Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime...
Tin Hat, you dreck-sucking frag stain, you horrid little streak of toxic discharge. May 3,000 fleas infest your pubic hair. May whichever genitals you find least appealing torment you in your sleep. You shall cry out for death 10,000 times before first I answer no.
Toiga. Hiring additional help doesn't always go to plan. Do you have any external hirees that turned out to be not worth the pay? Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Karl Casey, and the background music is also by Karl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Tox Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. So if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.